Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. My name is Alec and I'm your host. And before anything else, I would like to greet each and every one of you. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time, if this is the first time that you heard the podcast, and I hope that you go check out the other amazing episodes and insightful episodes that we have here on Small Talk, here on Spotify, so that you can have more tools for you to make better decisions for yourself and for the people around you. And if this is your end time listening to the podcast, if you are an avid listener of the podcast, and welcome back. I am so happy that you're here right now. I'm just super, super grateful that you guys are really invested in personal development, because that's when our life starts to change, right? When we start to change ourselves, that's when our life changes. But before that, I just want to make a huge announcement. If you guys want to see me talk live, I will be having an event with 5 amazing speakers and content creators here, the top of the top, the best of the best. We will be having an event called the Heart Healing Sessions on May 21, and it will be held at PICC Pasay. And if you guys are available on that date, please go ahead and buy the tickets and join us there live. It's going to be a half-day event. It's going to be from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. So I'm sure that you will get a lot of value when you join it. Of course, there will be a lot of freebies as well if you join. So please go check it out. The link is in the description box if you want to join us and buy tickets, okay? So, in the last episode, I talked about why we need to focus on our strengths, right? And there are some questions that you can use to figure out your strengths. But I also want to share with you some ways that you can use for you to identify your strength. You know, as we said, strengths equals talent times effort. You know, in the effort, that's where determination, your effort, the grit, the hard work, the discipline, that's where it all falls down. In the talents, we are all given some kind of talent that we need to discover. Okay? We need to discover what is our unique talent, what can we offer to this world. And I know 100% that every single one of us here has something to contribute to make this world a better place. And it's just up to us to figure out what are our strengths, what are our gifts, what are our talents that we can use and utilize so that we can become a better version of ourselves and we can make this world a better place. So, let's start with the first one. Of course, the first one is develop self-awareness. Sit down, have a few minutes with yourself, and study yourself. If you keep on reading and studying books, you'll learn a lot, but it will never be as much growth. You'll never see as much growth as you can if you're just studying other people and you're not studying yourself. So I suggest develop self-awareness. Sit down, take the time to bring out that journal, start journaling. Okay, if you haven't started journaling, please do. It's a life changer. It's a game changer. There's a quote that says, if you want to avoid ignorance, read. If you want to avoid confusion, write. So if you want clarity in your life, what are you good at, what are you not good at, then start journaling. I would also recommend, if you like some amazing and really creative journals, my friend Yanni created the Flow Life Journal. So I'll also link that in the description box. Go ahead and check it out. If you are looking for a financial based journal that will help you, manifest your goals when it comes to that part. So go check it out. Basta, what I'm saying is you need to start journaling. Whatever your journal is, very important. But if you like that journal, go check it out. So sit down, pull out your journal, and you can ask yourself these 3 questions. The first one is, what am I good at? Initially, at the top of your head, ask yourself, what are you good at? Because if you know what you're good at, of course, that's a clear sign of your strength. But some of us are not even sure. And so if you're not sure, look at your interests. Look at the things that you've done for the week. Look at the things that you've done for the month, for the year. And ask yourself, what are you good at? Okay? The second question is it energizing? Is this thing that I'm doing is it giving me energy? Is it energizing me? Am I enjoying myself? Am I having so much fun while I'm doing this, while I'm cultivating the skill or the strength? Okay? Once you ask yourself, what are you good at? Is it energizing? And the third one would be, how often are you using it? Because again, our talents, they're here. But if we're not applying any effort to cultivate the talents, then it will be all useless. It won't be a strength. So you want it to become a strength. If you want your talents to become a strength, then use it often. And this question would give you a good look whether you are exercising your talents as much as you need to. So those are questions that can help you develop self-awareness. And ask yourself again, what are your skills? What are some of the hard skills that you know? If you'd like to create system, analyze problems, reverse engineer things, or even like editing, shooting photos, speaking, some hard skills that you can see. These are tangible skills that that you can see the results initially. And then maybe you don't have a lot of hard skills. Maybe you have a lot of soft skills. And what are some soft skills that you may have? It may be leadership. It may be time management. It may be flexibility, agility. It may be negotiation or conflict resolution. It can be motivation. If you have a knack for motivating other people, then that's a soft skill. That's needed to become a leader in any kind of industry. You need to be motivating. You need to be inspiring. Or maybe it's more of the communication skills, right? So those are some of the soft skills that you may have. So if you have that, write them down as your talents and figure out, am I good at it? Is it energizing me? And how often am I using it? Okay? So that can help you develop a lot of self-awareness. Now, the second one is to assess through others. Of course, you need to be the one to assess yourself first. But if you are still having a hard time, another way that you could do that is assess through others. And here's a quick activity to do that. You pick a friend, and I got this from Simon Sinek. Pick a friend who you love and who loves you. But it shouldn't be a family member. Okay? So you need to pick a friend who loves you and who you really love as well. And ask that person, why are we friends? And at first, they would give you some, mumbling, some surface level kind of answer. Well, because you're fun to hang out with. Yeah. Once you get that, you ask them again, why are we friends? But why are we friends? You go deeper. So they would say, well, because you're so fun to hang out with. Well, why? Why are we friends? Why is that? Well, because if you have something on your mind, you tell them. But why are we friends? And then when you get to the deeper answer, that's when you really find why are you friends? Why they're friends with you? Well, because you're honest and you're compassionate and you have great communication skills and you really know how to express yourself. I feel safe around you. You have a thing for creating a space that anyone can speak. It's very motivating. That's when you get the most candid answers, when you go deeper into the answers that they give you. And so that's a great way for you to assess others, because sometimes, other people can have a greater view on our strengths. And of course, some of our weaknesses as well, but they have a better view. So you need to have someone that you really trust, not just some random person that you just met, that you love and who loves you so much. Okay? It's like a coach, which is going to lead me to my third way of identifying your strength. You work with a coach or a mentor, because these people are trained to look at you from the outside and help you learn more about yourself. There's a reason why, in every kind of game, there's a coach. because coaches see things from a different perspective. They look at the macro point of view and see the tiny details that you're not really seeing that's happening in the game. And in the game of becoming better, sometimes we don't actually see what are the moving parts, what are some aspects that we need to look at or to identify for us to know that this is our strength, right? So when you work with a coach or a mentor, it's going to be a much easier way for you to diagnose, oh, that's my strength. Because because he's a coach and he told me that that's my strength. So it's like a friend, but this time some more professional friend where it can help you identify your strength. The fourth one is acknowledge your personal weakness. What? I thought we're going to stay away from our weaknesses. Why are we leaning towards learning more or acknowledging our personal weakness? Because we can only stay away from the things if we can identify what we're going to stay away from. So acknowledge your personal weaknesses. Once you see that, okay, that's my weakness, now you have a clear path on which way not to go. And so you'll choose the opposite on which way you need to go. All right? So acknowledge your personal weakness. And if you look at the Titans, if you're going to give me a number, how much of their lives are they focusing on their strength? I can tell you it's 100 to 0. Okay? They don't focus on their weakness. What they do is they find people that can help them with their weakness. And I think that's a great way to advance through life. If we are able to humble ourselves and know that we cannot be everything. Okay? We cannot be everything. We all grew up hearing about that quote, just a sidestep. We all heard that quote. You can be anything that you want if you just try hard enough. But I believe that that's not true. You cannot be anything even if you try your best at what you're doing. Because we all have different talents, right? If I try to beat Michael Phelps in swimming, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'm short. Well, not short, but, he's very long. So I won't be able to do that. That's not one of my talents, right? And so if we try to think that we can be anything if we just try hard enough, it's just going to take us a lot more effort, a lot of our resources where we are not focusing on our strengths. So it's important that we know that it's not true. You cannot be anything that you want as long as you try hard enough. But you can be more of yourself. You cannot be anything that you want, but you can be more of yourself if you just learn what are the talents that you have. And one way that you could do that is acknowledge your personal weakness. Now you have a crossroad. Do I choose the personal weakness side or do I choose to focus on my strengths? Now, the fifth way is experiment. Try and try and try and try. A lot of people are asking me this, and it's the same with, your strengths, the same with your passion. Your passion does not come into your life and you could say, oh, and instantly this is my passion, right? The only way that you can identify it as a passion is if we give it some time to test it. If we experiment it, if we try. It's just like this. How would you know that your favorite flavor of pizza is pepperoni if you haven't tried pepperoni? How would you know that you're good at podcasting, vlogging, content creation if you haven't tried it? So try. Start experimenting. Allow your inner child to lead you. And your inner child, that's you who is curious, courageous, brave, and always engaged. And if you are always engaged, you'll be able to know what are the things that you're actually good at. If you're always curious, is this my strength? I'm going to try it. No? Okay, adjust. Is this my strength? I'm going to try it. Yes? Congratulations to me. You got to keep on trying. You got to keep on experimenting. It will help you big time. Now, the last tip that I have for you is a tip for a more professional sense. If you are in, if you're already working, if you're looking to work anytime soon, then I suggest that you take strength exams or strength tests. I've taken a test. This is not sponsored, but I've taken a test through Gallup, Gallup Strength Finders. If you buy the book, they'll give you a code that you can take an online exam that will help you figure out your strength. And what I love about it is that now you can know how to work with other people that has different strengths. It's not that, this is my strength, that we have different strength, we can't work together. It's more of how can we collaborate in a way that I would understand you and you would understand me, because this is my strength and that's your strength. So if you're looking to work in a more professional environment, then I suggest you take the exams. Okay? Of course, Gallup Strength Finder is paid, but if you want to try free ones, there are alternative tests that you can take, like the VIA Institute. Go check it out. Or like the High 5 test, something that is also similar to the Gallup Strength Finder. But if you can, buy the book. It's really helpful and it's really insightful. So those are the ways that you can identify your strength. First, develop self-awareness. Second, assess through others. Third is work through with a coach or a mentor. The fourth is acknowledge personal weakness. 5 is experiment. And 6 is take strength exams. And I hope that this help you in one way or another. Again, if you want to see me live, if you want to catch us live and see me talk in front of you guys in person, please join me on our very, very first live event, the Heart Healing Sessions, available on May 21. The tickets are available now. There's only 500 slots available, so make sure that you get yours right now. And yeah, it will be on May 21st at PICC Manila. I think there's also a digital pass, but I am encouraging you guys to please join us there in the live event because it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. There's a lot of happenings going to be there. So please join us there. Follow me on Instagram at Alec Cuenca and follow me on YouTube at Alec Cuenca as well. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Share this. Share your comments, questions. Do not forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca on Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, Small Conversations with Huge Impact. And I'll talk to you guys next episode. Bye-bye.